Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to do a get ready with me and Lux chit chat and talk about all the best investments that I have made in 2022. They are more than just things that I have purchased. Some of them are experiences, and then some of them are also non-luxury, so household items that I find to be really good investments that I have made in 2022. Now at the end of this video, I will also share a little extra item which I've been holding up. I probably will put it in the thumbnail, so you can obviously skip ahead and take a look at that and maybe come back in and just have a chat with me. Today what I'm going to use to get ready and have a chat with you is a couple of things that I got for my Christmas presents. So if you haven't watched my Merry Christmas haul, I will link it up here as well as in the description section down below, and you can see all the beautiful things that I got this year. There are no luxury items. I didn't buy anything for myself as well. Having said that, one of my best investments is it's sort of like a little luxury thing. So maybe I'll consider that my luxury item as I talk about it. So what am I going to use? I'm going to use the CC Cream Super Active Complete Correction in the color 10 beige, and then I'm going to use this set. Excuse my gnarly nails, I really need to paint them, but I'll do them after this video. This one, so this is the Dior holiday collection, which I also got as a gift, and I think this will be a complete set. Whatever I don't have, I will just use my existing makeup. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kat. I love to do luxury related videos. I love to do sit down chit chats because it can't always be unboxings, right? So yeah, I love to do this kind of video, and I hope you are subscribed. I hope you will come back to the channel and watch more content for 2023. Otherwise, for everyone else, thank you for coming back, and let's start talking. I'm going to start off with one of the best investments that I have done for my skin, and it's actually from this. This is the #1 de Chanel Essence Lotion. I didn't put this in my haul because it was gifted to me from a dear gym member. I think I was talking about how my skin was so dry, and then the next thing I knew, the following week she gave me one of this, and I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. And I haven't put it in my favorites video because, I don't know, it just became part of my routine and I forgot about it. But when I was preparing for this video, I thought that I have been really enjoying this. So best investment for my skin, not really purchased it, but I definitely can tell you when I finish this, I will definitely go out and buy it. Such a huge bottle, so I think it'll take me a while. As you can see, I've already gone through about a quarter of it already, and I use it daily, at least once a day. What about like a pump or maybe two? I just put it after my SK2 or any kind of mist or essence, like a spray essence, and I find that it really hydrates my skin just before I put my moisturizer. So I have this, and yeah, let's get into the CC cream. Now I don't have moisturizer today because I want to see if this is moisturizing as well, because usually CC creams are moisturizing. So the second best investment that I made this year are my Hermes bags. Let's start off with that. My Kelly was purchased at the beginning of this year, and I think it was just before Chinese New Year. I'll have to check the exact dates, but I only revealed it properly on my channel on my birthday because, I don't know, I just wanted to really enjoy it. Now, they are best investments not because, oh, they appreciate in price, you know, they're investments in the sense that you can get a lot of money back from it. And I won't sell my Hermes bags. I always talk about, you know, if my Birkin's at the back, I can see my Birkin there. I always say that, you know, if I get another color, I might sell that. You know, I've thought about it. I actually don't think I will. I think I'm gonna be one of those that just have a capsule collection of Hermes bags, and I will just enjoy it because I don't think I'll ever grow to like 10, 20. It will never be that case because I don't have that kind of lifestyle. So I want my collection of Hermes bags to be something that I will treasure forever and ever. So they are best investments from that perspective. But for this year, why I call them to be good investments, especially my Kelly and my Constance, is because I get so much joy from them. Like, it's so hard to put the words to how happy I feel when I pick them up. They are not the most fashionable bags ever. Honestly, they're plain looking. They're not the most convenient and functional bags unless you get the big size Birkin, and the Kelly is kind of annoying to open and close. So, you know, they're not the most practical for day-to-day uses. There are much better bags out there. But when I look at them, oh, they are just the most beautiful bag ever. I can be objective to step back and say, it's not that great, there's nothing that great. But then, when I wear my like bag loving lens, oh my gosh, they are just the most beautiful things in my collection. My Kelly, my Constance, I can just stare at them all day. It's like in school, it's like the partner, or for me like the guy that everybody's like, yeah, he looks okay. But when I look at him, he's like, oh my god, he's so cute. There's something about maybe the eyes, the nose, the lips, there's something about it that no one else sees, or most people just don't see, especially if you don't think that guy is cute, right? You don't like those features. No, you won't, you just will never think that guy is cute. But if you like those features, he for me, he is the cutest, like the cutest person in the world, and you'll always love him. So, okay, I'll sidetrack. Let me tell you one feature that for the longest time, I wondered why I always seem to pick these kind of guys. Like, I always seem to be very, very attracted to, like, these guys. Everybody's like, oh my god, the other guy's so cute. I'm like, no, the other guy's cuter. And I found myself being really attracted to, I shouldn't do this on YouTube, right? But I like squinty eyes. I like them to be like this. I don't know, I find that most of the guys that I have dated seem to have squinty eyes. TMI. Yeah, look, I married a guy who has squinty eyes. And it's I don't know, maybe because I have big eyes, like fishball eyes, so I find it to be quite, opposites attract, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, coming back to the Kelly bag. The Kelly bag. There is something about it. I really, really like it. So it brings me so much joy it just brings me so much joy. This CC cream is really nice. Now, it definitely reflects a little white on camera. It's because I think it has the SPF, which, let me just check if it's mineral based. Okay, no wonder. It has a mix of titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, 15%. So those are the active ingredients, which I really like a mineral foundation. And then it has also some chemical sunscreen, which is octinoxate, 6.8%. So it's a mix of both, and that's why it has a little bit of white cast, but it will go away. The next investment that has been really, really amazing this year are my Longchamp bags. I will not go through every single one of them. Just in general, they have been really, really good purchases for me this year. I'll link my entire Longchamp video up as well as in the description section down below. You can go and check it out. I think of all the bags that I have purchased from Longchamp this year, the one that I have used the most, and it's my daily handbag, is my black leather Longchamp bag. And oh, you know what? It's just here, so let me just go grab it. So here it is. It's quite boxy right now because I just got a bag organizer from Simorga. Ooh, there's a receipt there. And yeah, it's become a bit more boxy. Now, if you like a slouchy shape, which is one of the reasons why I got it, I got the slouch. I love the slouchiness of this bag. It will just be, it's kind of really casual, great looking, and just, yeah, relax for work. But one of the things that I did discover having a slouchy bag, and I talked about it in my older videos as well, is that it's really, really hard to find things because I'll be like stirring the bag. So ever since I got a bag organizer, yeah, it loses its slouch, but it makes it so much more convenient to find the things. So I do appreciate that as well. So yeah, this is definitely a fantastic investment that I made this year. And for the price and how much I've used it, cost per wear has been amazing. So my Longchamp bags are big winners this year. The one that I use the least this year is maybe the net pink bag, and not because it's not great. I mean, I have used it a lot, but among the black, the small mini LGP bag, and that pink salmon with the net, I would say the net is the least used because it's more, it's more casual, like if I'm going to the gym and I feel like being fancier, not using my really ratty end of life Longchamp bag. That would be like top because I use that almost every day. But yeah, I would say that the net bag is the least used of very often used bags this year. Let's go back to Hermes, and this year I have purchased really good jewelry pieces. The best from Hermes are my Ferrangel necklace. Oh no, sorry, this is the Finesse necklace and my new Ferrangel ring. Technically, the Ferrangel ring was purchased last year, but I did receive it only this year. And then I have my necklace as well, which was purchased pre-loved. I absolutely love these jewelry pieces. I get so much joy from just staring at these sparkly diamonds, and they are, oh my god, it's made so well. I love how it looks on my finger, on my neck, and I use them constantly, especially the necklace with my ideal jewelry. Right now, I am wearing one piece, which I'm gonna have another video on. It's so beautiful, and it would match this necklace so well. So I love their jewelry as well. Definitely great investments. I didn't purchase it as well, but I would go out and buy more of their add-ons. So easy. Anyway, coming back to the Hermes jewelry, I love this ring. It's that piggy's nose, it's the shine of the diamonds. It's just spectacular. So yeah, absolutely great investment pieces this year. Again, brings me so much joy. You would buy the things because you think, okay, you know, part of this pre-spend, you know, you need to have a bit of a profile because that's the way you need to roll with Hermes so that you can get things, or at least bags. But I've really enjoyed them so much so that I am actually looking out for other jewelry pieces. I just wish it wasn't so expensive, but there are some awesome pieces from Hermes that, you know, I guess people just are blindsided from saying, oh, you're just buying it for the pre-spend. There is definitely that as an element, but take that away, especially people who maybe have bought so much Hermes over the years. I really like their jewelry. I enjoy it. I enjoy the necklace, the bracelet, so definitely not justifying the purchase. But yeah, last item is also from Hermes, and they are my porcelain pieces. Oh my gosh. So I got the sushi plate as a gift for birthday this year, and oh man, that was special. That was really special. So thank you, Amy. I love it so much. It's on my dresser. All this jewelry, all these really loved jewelry is on it every single day. And then, of course, my cups. I don't have it with me. Actually, I was gonna make a cup of coffee, but I was like, oh no, I'll sit down and do this video. But yeah, I love my Hermes breakfast cups. It's the bougie dose of coffee in the morning. I want to tell my essay, like, this year, this didn't seem to be much to buy at the end of the year, but I definitely want to get a few more pieces of their, you know, fine porcelain and just enjoy. You know, maybe if I have guests in the house, some really special guests, and I can treat them to like, ooh, let's use some Hermes porcelain and just, you know, have fun, be bougie for that moment, right? So yeah, definitely great investment pieces that I made this year. I did chip one of the plates actually, so that was kind of like heartbreaking. But they're meant to be used, so I will probably need to get some replacements. Moving on, the next investment that I made this year, which I wish I bought it earlier, is a dehumidifier. So this was purchased this month, so I guess honorable mention, but it has truly transformed how humid this house is. I think about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I had a huge issue with mold on the cupboard. I had to take out all the clothes, I had to clean the cupboard, just literally disinfect and wash all the clothes, and just, it was a nightmare. And then I freaked out because I was like, oh my god, what if my bags were inside this cupboard? And it was just horrific. So I decided to buy a dehumidifier, like a proper one, and I went all out. I went like the industrial size version, and my friends were like, why did you just buy a small one? I said, no, it's the whole house. So this particular one is a new version, Novita ND60, and I put it in my room, and honestly, it's loud. It's like, But then again, I'd rather deal with a bit of sound than to have mold in the house, right? It's been so good. I set the humidity, sometimes 45, sometimes 50, which is the best humidity to have in the house. It's not too dry, but at the same time, it's not too wet, because around this is really good for like skin and leather. So maybe about 50, 55 is also okay. Depends on how dry you want it to be. So I've been testing it out. I kind of like it around 45 to 50, depends. Like today I feel like a 50. Some days I feel like, oh, I need to be a little drier. But yeah, it has definitely kept the humidity in the house, even though it's in my room, but it's like sort of like pulling all that moisture from the entire unit. I don't live in a huge rented place, and the amount of moisture that it pulls from the air is crazy. I turn it on throughout the day, and because it has a sensor, so when the humidity comes to whatever I've set, it will automatically turn off, and then it'll let the humidity rise again, and then it'll turn on by itself. So it constantly goes on and off the day. So it's not like constantly just running, though the power is on. So anyway, it's one of the best investments that I have made this year. It's just fantastic. If I will link it down below. It's one of the newer models, and I think it fills up to 8 liters of water a day, or is it 7? It's a lot. Okay, it's a chunky machine. But if you got bags in the house and you have expensive things, truly get yourself a dehumidifier, especially in Singapore. Oh, it's so humid here. You know, Malaysia is humid, but no. Nothing beats Singapore. Singapore is like 99% humidity, especially when it's a rainy season. It's so wet. The next investment that I made for myself this year, and maybe it's like my own Christmas present to myself, is a digital notebook. So I am using it right now with all my notes here. It's from Supernote. The company is Rata, and it's been really good. I keep all my notes to do all the videos, all your suggestions, they're all here. I have a planner, and it's got all the things that I'm gonna do for the next year, you know, for traveling and for work and all that. It's been really fun, and I am going to talk about this in another video as well. Like, I've already filmed it, but yeah, I have also a Kindle here. So let's show you my Kindle. And I've been trying to read a little bit every night. So yeah, I'll talk about reading in another video. But yeah, I have purchased myself a digital notebook, Rata, and I decided for Rata against this called the books, the Remarkable, everything, because this seemed to get the most balanced review. It had good comments about being updated constantly. Is it more expensive than the Remarkable? I think the Remarkable, a lot of people like it is because of the writing feeling, which I was very attracted to at the beginning. But this just had a bit more functionality than the Remarkable, and it also had the Kindle inside. And I thought, you know what, if I want to write and read, this would be good. The only thing that I wasn't sure of was the writing feeling, because I do like pen and paper, but this was more of a pen feel, like a marker pen. So your writing would be bigger, more like ink pen or ballpoint pen. And you know, initially I wasn't used to it, but right now I really like it, because I like the fact that I can write really big and just be really scribbly about it, and then I can actually just take the same pen. This is a Lamy pen. I can circle, and then it will erase off. So I can draw things on this and send the notes to my friends or send the notes to my colleagues. This is my luxury investment, and kind of like a Christmas present to myself. I didn't buy any, you know, high-end stuff this month for myself. Like, usually I'll have like a Christmas present, you know, I'll buy something from Chanel or something from Hermes or something, but I actually didn't do any this year, and maybe it's because I just did a lot of hauls in the rest of the year. But yeah, has been really good for this book. The second last investment that I made this year, and it has to be one of the top in my entire life, is spending quite a lot of money for the trip to America. So this requires a bit of story time. Now, the whole trip itself, when I first bought the plane tickets, they were not expensive. I was quite surprised that they were reasonable, considered that COVID, you know, flights were very limited. and it was a flight between Malaysia, transit in Japan, and all the way to America or Seattle, where my brother is. So it was just a straightforward, one transit, very, very easy to purchase online. But it turned out to be double the price. And I think I paid, a little over double the price, because I had to buy I had to buy a different return ticket. Yeah, that's right. I had to buy a different return ticket. So going there was no issue. We could go and transit through Japan, but on the way back there was some problems with the flight coming back, and because of COVID there was just so many restrictions. One of the biggest restrictions, which was not highlighted on the airline website when I purchased the ticket, was that you cannot transit overnight in Japan at the moment. You have to leave the airport and then stay in one of the airport hotels and then check in again through immigration. In everyday times, that's not an issue. Like if you had your flight that crosses over midnight, because sometimes you arrive in the airport and then your flight is say 3 a.m. in the morning, so it's actually past midnight. Japan does not allow, or at least Narita airport doesn't allow you to overnight stay. You have to leave and you have to come back in again. And that's because of COVID. They consider it as like they closed the airport or something. I can't recall what was it exactly, but something about the COVID that if you were going to leave the airport, you are entering Japan. And Japan at that point in time was closed. Now, when I purchased my ticket at the beginning of the whole trip, when the prices were reasonable, I was like, oh, it's only about like 5% more expensive than regular times, which was great because I bought for my whole family. But then about a month after I purchased the ticket, they actually changed the transit flight on the way back. So originally it was arrive in Japan in the morning and then leave Japan airport by the evening. So there was no issue in that. But for some reason, that particular transit flight was cancelled. So Japan, Seattle to Japan, and then that flight, the Japan to Malaysia, that particular flight was cancelled. And then they rebooked us on a later flight, which happened to be about an 18-hour layover, which crosses the next day. And when I called the airport, I said, oh my gosh, 18 hours, what can we do? And the agent didn't know anything. It's like, yeah, why don't you book it? And then closer to like your travel date, you can call back and check in again if there were new flights. So I was like, oh my gosh, there are not many flights because it's COVID and da-da-da. So I took that flight, and maybe it's my fault, I didn't check the regulations in Japan, but I would expect that kind of information to be at least available on the airline. Or firstly, why would you book us on an 18-hour flight, 18-hour layover, if you knew that I'm not supposed to even lay over for 18 hours? So it was really mind-boggling. And I didn't know it until a month before our trip, where I was reading things about, where can we stay? Can I book a hotel? Because 18 hours, my parents, and etc. And then I started to find information like you cannot, their hotels are closed, you cannot leave the airport, you cannot stay overnight. And I was like panicking so badly because it's not about going to America, it was coming back. How are we going to come back? Would they even let us board the flight from Seattle, knowing that we didn't have, exit visas to Japan because they're closed? Did you get all that kind of information, right? So in the end, after a lot of sleepless nights and calling the airport, calling the airline to divert and reroute our flight, because this flight is not even supposed to be booked, right? I ended up just giving up on the entire return and bought an entire new flight back. And because it was so last minute, it cost me as much as a return ticket. And yeah, basically I paid I paid a lot for that flight. I think I could have bought maybe a Birkin and more, maybe more. I don't know, maybe more. Yeah, it was a really painful experience financially. I definitely cried a little bit for that. But having said that trip was so necessary. Like, I needed it. I needed to go. I think it was good that my parents went as well. My dad had fun, my mom saw the kids, we played with the dog. I think I came back from that trip happy. Like, money aside, like, you know, it was painful, okay? Calling the airline during COVID was just a nightmare. But yeah, that 3 weeks away was, yeah, it was good. It was good. I don't know, I just felt so relaxed. I felt like my mind just like, oh my God, I'm having a holiday. It's been so long since I saw my brothers together. So much memory, so much joy. Even now I'm talking about it, I can feel like tears welling up in my eyes. And yeah, I think despite the money, and you know, money can earn back, you know, and all of that, I'm so angry with Malaysian Airlines. I'm never ever taking Malaysian Airlines ever again. If you ever have to book a flight during the pandemic, make sure they're open tickets. Let me just finish up my makeup and then we'll do my final sharing of yeah, something that it was invested this year. Sharing with you one of my biggest investments this year. I finally took the plunge and I picked up myself a Rolex watch. This has been a secret for a bit, and it's not that I didn't want to share it, but I don't know, it's such a big investment that I felt, I don't know, I just didn't want to, but it has been a really good one because, yeah, I just love it. Like, if there's only one I have in the whole, for the rest of my life, I'm actually just happy with this. So let me share it with all of you. I didn't want to do an unboxing dedicated to it because I'm not a watch person, you know. I mean, I love watches, but I don't know how to tell like what the dial is and all of that. So I thought we'll do it in a Lux Chit Chat. And if you're watching this, good on you, because usually unboxings get the most views on my channel. And I know this would get a lot of views, but I wanted to do it as a sharing and just a chit chat. So this is it. Oh my gosh, I should like done my nails a bit. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is the Rolex Date Just in rose gold, and it has the Roman alphabets, and the size is 36. So it has a little bit of diamonds on the 6 and 9 as well. And it's absolutely beautiful. So I have already gotten it adjusted. Let me wear it and you can see. I do like the bigger look on my hand. And this is what it looks like. Oh my gosh. I haven't worn it on my channel at all because I just don't feel like wearing it, and I have worn it out a few times, and it's that flashy piece of jewelry on my hands. And I thought I'd end the year with this sharing, not in an unboxing but in a chit chat, because I enjoy this kind of, you know, casual vibe to the video. But yeah, I purchased this I think maybe 4 or 5 months ago. I swear I can't recall right now. Let me just check. Yeah, about 4 or 5 months ago. So I finally fulfilled one of my really long-term luxury wish lists. I have been wanting this, wow, for years now. And I talk about kind of similar model, but maybe with the purple face. And I really like the Date Just, and I like the Roman alphabets. So yeah, I have this as a surprise, little sharing, and it's one of the best investments that I made this year. A big shock, but when it was there, I decided to go for it. So yay! So that's it for today's Lux Chit Chat and Get Ready With Me, as well as a surprise little reveal. I do hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell as well. I have a lot of upcoming videos for everyone, so yeah, I'm gonna start filming. I'm gonna do another video after this as well. So anyway, everyone, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful new year and you're celebrating, you're just enjoying the year end, and we're looking forward to 2023. Everyone, please take care, you stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!